Today is August 15, 2025, and I came across something really cool today that I thought was cool anyway, and more on that later. To the wonderful grandchildren of Grandpa Larry Cantine, I think you might know his favorite sport was tennis. He would write letters back and forth to tennis camps, this one St. Peter, Minnesota, Gustavus Adolphus. Grandpa strung rackets late at night for anybody in the area, always giving them a deal. He recognized the Jeremy Tostenson for promoting tennis. That's in school. This is from September 2001. He would make signs welcoming anybody to play on our four courts, always willing to answer questions. He wrote names down, this is from 2008, of any potential players. He'd get their phone numbers, he'd call them up, asking, sometimes desperately, if anybody wanted to hit just a little bit. He made packets, this is my packet for MACTA, welcoming me to the association that would promote tennis in the area. Milbank faced a time when tennis was going to be cut, and he got the expenses for each sport and wrote down the health benefits of tennis and so much more. No doubt he was elected to the Hall of Fame in South Dakota in 2010, well deserved. Well, what I came across this evening was a note written by Grandma Loretta Cantine on August 9th, 1980 about an experience we had in a hotel, and I'm going to read that to you. I'm seeing a few pictures of the Registry, the hotel we stayed in. There it is in all its glory, black and white. Here's another shot from the side, circa 1980. 4 minutes from the Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport, across from the Met Sports Center. You see the logo is the same right there. Looking across from the Registry, I believe to the west, don't quote me on that, was Metropolitan Stadium, home of the Vikings and Twins. Remember those colored panels? So yeah, the Registry was a great place to stay, probably a little on the expensive side. On the night that Grandma Cantine wrote this letter, the Vikings had a football game against the Chargers preseason, August 9th, 1980. That was the first pro football game I had ever gone to. It was awesome. It probably looked a lot like this. I'm not sure if this is a picture from that night, but it's going to be pretty close. I remember the Chargers in their white tops and yellow pants. Dan Fouts at quarterback. So here's what Grandma wrote on the Registry Hotel stationery, August 9th, 1980, 2:10 a.m. We are awakened by a man's voice calling "emergency" as he ran down the hall, pounding on each door. Larry said that someone was playing a joke on us, but Greg saw fire trucks as he looked out the window of the 14th story. At the same moment, I smelled smoke. We quickly pulled on a few clothes and headed for the elevators. The elevator wasn't running for some reason, so our small crowd headed for the service exit. There was smoke coming from under the exit door, so we headed for the fire emergency door at the far end of the hall. Down we ran, all 14 stories. The hotel guests were very quiet, but most people were in night clothes. A few carried suitcases. One couple must have chosen to spend their wedding night at the Registry because the bride had her wedding gown under her arm. What a relief to reach the bottom. We stood across the street from the hotel and watched the firemen. The fire had started on the 5th floor, where a smoker apparently ignited a mattress. Amazing to think the smoke made it all the way to the 14th floor. After some time, we were told that we could wait in the lobby. That was much more comfortable because the night air was cool and windy. Scott and Greg were in pajamas. Coffee and pop were served in the lobby as we awaited more news. By 3:30, we were back in our room on the 14th floor to spend a restless remainder of the night. We learned a lesson for next time. Take items such as eyeglasses and car keys along when you make an emergency exit. I had asked Larry to grab anything that was important. He had taken his tennis gear. Grandpa Cantine, definitely Hall of Fame. Gotta have your passion. Fins up.